So there you go. We've got to go from KBEH up to CYZE, then from CYZE to Fond du Lac County, and then back to Gore Bay. Does it monitor you closely? John E., thank you for 39 months. What did you have for tea? I had curry and rice. It was nice taking a break. I sat on the sofa and I started watching, what's it called now? Vet Surgery or something, it's called. It's a really good program. It's this Irish surgeon. He's got a practice in Ireland and he does all this kind of life-saving stuff on pets. And there was two dogs that I saw. One had been run over and he couldn't operate on its broken leg because it had fluid on the lungs. And the other one, they bought as a puppy and it turned out to have a hip disease. So now it's, after 2 years, it can barely walk because it's in pain all the time. I needed a hip replacement. But I didn't see the ending because I had to come back and stream. So I had to record it so I can watch the ending later. That guy is so good though, man. He actually saves, he properly saves animals. It's unreal. I think it is the super vet, Noel, yeah, Cav. I really enjoy it. The only problem is when you watch it, the dogs are both like, "Hur, hur," every time they see dogs on the TV, and Mrs. Squirrel's like, oh, did I do this? And you're like, oh, God, can we just watch this? But apart from that, it's great. So between the barking and the crying, I get to watch the vet program. Right, let's crack on. Shortcuts, flight. We've got to load all this stuff. I knew we'd have to dump some fuel. It's only 480 here. Let's see how much we need to dump to make this work. I'll get rid of a few gallons here. Shave a few pounds off. We're just slightly overweight. No? There we go. Can we push it to 49? No, 49 and 48. There we go. We'll do that. We'll bang on the gross weight limit. No Fitzpatrick. I think so. Patrick Fitznole as well. That's an old one. Oh, do you have any plans to play the Mafia remake? Not any concrete plans. I might do Mafia 1 around Christmas time. Maybe. Why can't you just fly when overweight? Because the plane is not legally flyable because the aircraft manufacturer has tested it and said this is the maximum weight that you can fly. And indeed, that's not only the answer here, because it depends on what altitude you're at, what the air temperature's at, and on many other factors that can influence whether you can safely take off. No in-flight meals. Nope. We've had to throw all the sandwiches out, but it's only 300 and odd miles. It's 419 range, and we've got to fly, what did I say? 300, so we're good. We're fine. We should be legal. Let's get this stuff loaded. Destination today is CYZE, Gore Bay. It's brilliant. I highly recommend it. Yep. Mafia 2 was very enjoyable. 3 was a disappointment, but 1 I always wanted to play, and I'm glad they digitally remastered it, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. Cav, what you need to do, you need to eat your sandwich, then get on the plane, alright? That's all you need to do. If you so much as smuggle a packet of peanuts on this plane, it won't take off. You have been warned. We have food crates, equipment pallets, and executives. You can actually start eating food from the food crates if you want.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Post-apocalypse, thank you for 2 months.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Attach the Stone of Triumph. So while we're waiting for that, I'll show you the flight. Actually, I didn't work out a route. We'll go direct. It's fine. But we are going to take the RNAV 29 because the winds are favouring 29 when we get in there. That's the flight we're taking today. Mr. Watchtower, how are you doing? Thank you for 1,000 bits. Enjoying the flying. Hope all is well. I'm doing okay, thank you, Watchtower. Thank you for the biddies. Hope you like the overlay. The remaster is brilliant. Good. Yeah, it's a sit back at the desk kind of thing, isn't it, to do Mafia 1? Sit at the desk over Christmas, maybe. Enjoy a nice playthrough. Not had a playthrough for a while. I think we're doing good with Mr. Watchtower. Just trying to finish off a well-paying job here. Alright, let's go flight tracking. Start the old tracking up. Has Coffiner resurfaced? No, we buried that. Right. Let's get the old battery master lights on. Jide, thank you for 2 months. Let's get the latest Sparrow. Flight plan. Add origin KBEH. Southwest Michigan. Sounds good. Destination.
System test. Okay.
CYZE. You see how we said that a bit differently? The way he said the TOR system test okay. He said it differently, didn't he? Let's just quickly see. Oh, I need to show you something. You know how just before the stream finished, I was saying, I wonder if Sir Blackie's going to do, because he did the squirrel livery for the Kingar, yeah, which looks amazing, and he did it on the Caravan. I said, I wonder if he's going to do it on the TBM. He needs to wonder no more. He has, in fact, done it on the TBM. Get a load of that. Get a load of that. Oh, yeah. Squirrel comes to the TBM thanks to Sir Blackie. So we're going to get that in the pack shortly. We'll get this in the pack shortly. And then he's working on the Cessna 172. What a legend. Mr. D-Storm with another 1,000 bits. I was doing my taxi check ride at the Kingo yesterday. Got through the entire thing and landed. Was taxiing to park and my wing clipped a building. It said I crashed and failed. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I think I would have rage quit. What I was going to do is quickly have a look on Sky Vector. Yeah, I think he's done a great job. I was going to have a look on here for possible routing. Oh, it's a bit of an obtuse routing. I might just take some of that. I think we'll go PMM and MBS. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go... insert before. PMM. There we go. So that can be our route. And then we'll all have it in. So that's what we're going to go for. So I'll put en route waypoints, PMM. That one. And then insert MBS. Then we'll have a look. That looks approximately like that. I'm happy with that. What car do you use the most? What do you mean? What car do we use the most? I only have one car. Let's go procedure. We're going to go into... Well, we're not going to go into anything, apparently, because it doesn't have any. Apparently, they couldn't be bothered to load procedures for Canada, so we're not doing that. So in that case, what we'll do is we'll look at this and effectively vector ourselves. Why won't you move? Effectively vector ourselves in, because if we actually look at this, it goes through these waypoints of Imuba, Elev, and so on. So we'll just have to put those in, which is really annoying. But what can you do? Remove. Okay, how do you get out of that? I wonder. Flight plan. So after MBS, we're going to have to go for Imuba. It'll just help with our veteran if we do this. Although I'm not seeing Imuba on that list. I've seen it do this before, when it starts getting a bit sort of janky like this. Like, we've just added a waypoint, but it's not actually kind of put it in there. You see what I mean? Some international airports don't have discharge procedures beyond the star points, Pittsburgh International. Yeah, but if it's in 4-flight, if it's in 4-flight as a procedure, it pretty much exists, right? Because 4-flight don't make this stuff up. So the fact that I can't load it in here means it just doesn't have it. I tell you what I'm looking forward to. Navigraph, I think there's a Navigraph beta out right now, which I might go and get, actually. The Navigraph beta will inject AIRAC data into Microsoft Flight Sim now, which may well give us more updated procedures, which if it does, I'm going to install it. So for now, we'll just have to take off as we are. And we're going to have to just vector ourselves in on final, which will be a bit more interesting, but what else can we do? We'll just do a visual approach instead. It's fine. Why will you go away? There we go. Still using a combustion engine or hybrid now if you get fully electric. No, the missus has got the hybrid. I don't have a hybrid. I have a full ICE is what I have. Full fat ICE. Right, let's get this thing started. So beacon lights coming on. I tell you what, it's very, very dark. Considering it's like 11 a.m., it's very dark. Condition levers forward. Cut off all the way back. Right engine start. Hey, Dre. Uh, 15. Put that in low.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Mrs. Squirrel's got the Yaris hybrid. Well, we don't have a tremendous amount of fuel. Mr. TFM Mikey, how you doing, bro? Thank you for 34 months. I've had a look at the Toyota Mirai. It uses hydrogen as fuel. Where the heck would I buy hydrogen from? Outside temperature 12 Celsius. They're armed. Okay, we'll put the anti-ice stuff on when we get to the runway. So we're going to cruise. We've got a fair distance to go. We're going to go flight level. Let's go with 210 today. Cycle the flight director. Let's get nav mode engaged. FMS. And a 1500 FPN climb out should do it. Okay. Best wind is off runway 14. If we want to go to runway 14. However, runway 14 is a terrible taxi, so we'll just go off. I think it's 10. Yeah, 10. So we'll go left here, go taxi to the end, run off runway 10. That'll do us. Let's get track IR on. Taxi lights on. Give that guy a little shave. Nope, there appears to be no arrival data to him. There's like 0 procedures that I could load. Really annoying. Okay, flaps 1. No, you don't adjust the mixture. You adjust the prop RPM. Okay, runway 10. Let's pull up there a sec.
Runway 10.
We'll get the landing lights, navs and strobes can go on. We'll also put the windshield anti-ice prop on auto. Left engine, right engine, and no, actually we'll leave that off for now. We'll do that in climb. Levers are fully forward. Yeah, I need to get the zip. I need to get the livery officer Blackie and then add it into the livery pack.
Runway 10, 1,798 meters remaining.
Should be enough. Okay, trim set. Climbing left turn. Let's go. Power set. Yeah, TBM is nice to fly. The only problem is it only carries 7 people.
Airborne time locked.
Okay, it's coming up. Man, this plane feels very heavy right now. No, I've not applied for the VR beta. Okay, your damper, autopilot. Would you buy a yoke that had force feedback in it? I would buy a yoke with force feedback if the Sims could expose the information to make it work authentically. But a trim wheel with force feedback would be equally as necessary, I think. Mr. Tech James, thank you for 46 months. Goose, thanks for 7. Let's keep the climb going. Should be able to do 2,000. No, Honor doesn't do anything like that. Honor doesn't concern itself with airspace at all. This looks like some seriously overcast weather. Look at this. Just about to punch right through this blanket. I'm hoping we can just climb right above it, because it's quite nasty. I have not tried Pilot to ATC, no. There's a couple of products I want to try this week. I'm going to have more time next week, and there's a couple of things I want to try. Like the Rex weather engine, Pilot to ATC, I think were one of them. How's my day? Not bad. Can't complain. Just monitoring the prop RPM and stuff. As you climb, the air gets thinner and the prop spins quicker and stuff, and you've got to watch out for it. Pilot Edge, yeah, I want to try Pilot Edge. Probably next week. I've been planning to do Pilot Edge for a while, but one thing or another, it's just not happened. Have you had your experience? Have you had the experience to translate your knowledge into real life piloting? It's kind of gone, because people ask me that a lot. It goes both ways. You can take stuff from the real world and apply it back into the sim, and equally you take stuff from the sim and apply it into the real world. At the end of the day, it's all experience. Whether you get it on the sim or in real life, it's experience, you know? And also in the sim, you get to fly aircraft that you just can't fly in real life because you don't have the ratings and stuff. Just keep your eye on the climb rate as well. Speed's starting to come down, so we'll just pitch the nose down a touch. You don't have a King parked out front. Funnily enough, no. My road's not long enough for a Kinga. Otherwise, of course I would. My setup costs over 9,000 rupees. Lieutenant Evil Dead, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome to the house, sir. Oh, look, it's a lot clearer up here. That is way nicer. The only problem we're going to have now is we might end up in this cloud layer. I could not do anything about that sneeze. That, you know, when you get a sneeze that comes so quickly, you don't even have time to do anything. Oh, that was one of those. Landing lights are coming off. Almost forgot that. There you go, so it's starting to over-talk slightly. We might have to settle for a lower altitude. Hey, Zarek. Oh, look at that. I'm not liking the look of that nasty. Although I think, if you look at the flight plan, we should be turning to the right of that thing. Yeah, we're not going into that. Don't know, Goose. Not sure yet. Unpleasant. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that you definitely go around. Nothing good comes of flying through that. Plane's like, nope. And Nexa, thank you for 14. Readjust the heading bug. Pull the torque back slightly. Pitch the nose down a touch. Nothing on the radar for rain. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't have any weather radar that I can find, Neo. There's no weather radar and no way of showing the crosswind either. Oof, that does look bad. It's called 4 flight. Well, not, you see, because I don't know which way the wind's coming from. That may even blow across towards us. Why is it you feel more hungry after placing a pizza order? Anticipation. Right, over to standard pressure.
Through transition altitude.
When Bus Simulator 21 comes out next year, are you going to play it? I have no clue. 21 might be too high. We might have to stick at 19. If you stick to 19, we can sit under this cloud layer. If you go 21, I think we'll be in the middle of it. Windy shows us coming from behind. Well, we've certainly got a decent ground speed. There we go. We're doing 52 fuel flow, and we've got a 300 knot ground speed now. That'll do. Oh boy. Look at that. That is so weird. Yeah, that kind of rising cloud like that has very strong up currents and usually a lot of rain, so you want to stay well clear of it. Not fun. Very unstable. It kind of looks like there might be nicer weather ahead, though. Do you have links to your liveries? Yep, just run the, I think it's livery command, I can't remember. Although it doesn't have the TBM in it right now. Still waiting for Pups to get the link from Sablaki. Just message in Discord, see if I can get it. I want to get the TBM in the pack, basically. What, you gave it to Pups? Well, he's not giving it to me, scumbag puppy. I just checked. I haven't got a message from Pups about it. Yeah. Can I just point something out here, Mr. Puppy? 1743? Literally, like, 20 seconds ago you sent that. Bubbled, dude. Get download. Download anyway. Download complete. Oh, that's the whole pack. Fair enough. Okay, hang on. Bear with. If I go into my... That's my current liveries. Have these changed? Replace them all? Right, okay. So get rid of them. And I'll take that readme out. And we'll just edit the readme. Look, we're doing this live. Updating the livery pack live. So we've got one. Can I just ask, why do these all say squirrel and that one says SQL? He was lazy, he was inconsistent. Right, so we'll put that readme back in though. Double check that says that. We'll bring this stuff. I wonder if it'll let me drag from one zip to another. Let's find out. Okay. That should be it. Right, it's synchronizing back to OneDrive, so don't download it just yet. It's still synchronizing. Jeez, that thing is 200 meg. No wonder Dropbox were getting like really upset with me. I bet OneDrive are going to ban me now. Still synchronizing. Minus 22 outside. Lovely. Okay, that's now synchronized. So if you download the pack now, I might have to do it as like 3 separate files or something. I don't know. If you download the pack now, it should have the TBM in it. Is anyone else on board? We've got 5. We've got 5. What does it show you? Here we go. 5 executives, and then £3,500 of food crate, which is equivalent to about 1.6 tons or something, and then 400 pounds of empty pallet. And we're just going to push them all out when we fly over that hole there. How dare you eat puppies? How dare you? Okay, so that's where we are. Mr. Hey, Mr. D, thank you for 3 months. Into the blue yonder. Indeed. So from MBS we've got that leg there. Now if we was able to fly the chart itself, let's have a look. Airport diagram plus on now for 2.9er. Subscription for Canada. Yay! I don't have a Canadian subscription. Yay! Look at this, it just blanks it all out. That's amazing. Okay, we can still dig some information from this though. 2300 at El Levy. So that's where we need to be at El Levy. 2300. And we're at 19, I think. So I reckon about 60 miles out we'll start descending. Callis, did it work okay? You get your rating based on flight comfort. For example, if you threw through the cumulonimbus film, would you get paid less? It definitely penalises you for stalling. I think for doing really steep turns. I don't know about turbulence. Kind of use off on US for honor, kind of. ForeFlight is a factor. If I was flying over in Europe, I could use ForeFlight there. I don't know. I mean, if I want to fly West Coast as well, then you know I could go on Pilot Edge if it was over on the West Coast. But also, it's a time zone thing. Like when I stream, if I fly in the States, I can go live time, live weather usually. Whereas in Europe, I'd have to sort of adjust it back a bit. I like flying around the States just because, like, you know, I don't live there, so I don't really know the place. So I kind of like flying around. Wow, we're doing 301 knot ground speed. I mean, that's like getting on for TBM territory. That's awesome. Look at that for a view. I think we'll grab that. Your resub, there it is, sorry, 5 months, been a pleasure. Here's to many more, stay safe. I don't think I saw that, Crazy Peppy, I do apologise, that was my bad, I think. Do you know, the only thing I would say about these clouds and textures in general is you see this here, you get this kind of weird dithering pattern, which they need to sort out. Well, Captain Flint, if Dave needs a shave, that's what Dave needs. I'm going to buy him a beard comb for Christmas and say to him, grow a beard. That's what I'm going to do. If I buy him a beard comb, he'll be tempted to grow a beard. That's the way I figure this. It's quite nice up here. Rodrigo, how you doing? All you need is a Santa Claus outfit. You've not seen some of the outfits Dave's worn. I've seen him wear a unicorn outfit, and I'm not even joking. $52 gallons an hour for 302 knots ground speed. Not bad at all. He's on her down. It's okay for me. But then I'm on Thunderworld, or whatever it's called. Alright, Goose, have a good one. The dotting of reflections is on their list. They mentioned it in the last dev interview, and they fix it. Who knows? Yeah, it's the usual thing. There's more pressing things to fix than that. I would put that on the nice to have list. You watch, it's going to start icing now. I don't know how big a Sobo is actually. Not big enough, I'd say. Yeah, but DX12, right? That's a big fix. Senpai, it was made by Sir Blackie, who's in chat. And he's just done the TBM one as well. Can we join Squirrel? Subs can apply to join. We're being very careful about accepting people. I have messaged Sommy about it. $250 people working a Sobo have more than the A332NX model on. Yeah, but of the 250, like, not all of them are working on the sim. You're going to have finance people, admin people, managers, project managers, you know what I mean? Like, there's a whole load of stuff around that. Then you've got audio teams, graphics teams, gameplay teams, mapping teams. I don't think they do work on more than one game. I don't know. I know they used to. Whether they've stopped doing that and just focus on this. They're probably trying to recruit people. Oh, this cloud's just gone quite nasty, actually. There's a lot of high-level cloud up here. Going to be turning shortly. I agree, Neo. Like, considering how big their team is, what they've created here is pretty astounding. And not only that, they had to take over... You know, imagine this. They had to take over, like, FSX and all the code from that. And essentially just rip it apart. And bring it, you know, drag it kicking and screaming into 2020. That's no small feat. If you've ever worked on complex code that was written by somebody else, like, over a decade ago, you'll know how hard that is. They're working on Plague Tale 2. What the heck, man? There's a tiny fly in my office. Why are you turning right? That was pretty weird. It's like, oh no, we're not. No, we're going this way. I remember now. Tell you what, I'm not liking the look of this weather. At all. And I don't think flying low is going to help either. Put it on heading mode. Because we're going to want to fly right of the airfield. Whoa, hello. Does that say Saginaw Bay? That's where we are right now. That is massive. That is a huge body of water. I mean, just the bay alone is massive. Good grief. They should have put a runway on that little island though. That's like a Maisamacar island. Reasonably on track. Is there anything new happening with Maisamacar? I think they got to the point where version 1's not far away, right? Love the skin, thank you. So Blackie did it. It does look good on the Kingo. It looks good on the TBM as well. Welcome, Boo Woo. Oh, Europe has thunderstorms. Dude, have you seen the weather? I'm trying to work out when I can go flying next week. And I have to say, it's not looking very promising. Like, every time I look at this, I'm like, really? Like, really? Everything, everywhere you look, it's just all swirling around. So you think, well, what's it like on Sunday? Not look too good either, does it? What about Monday? Tuesday? Wednesday? So at the moment, Wednesday looks like the best bet, because it kind of calms down a bit here. But then the visibility could be the issue. It's just a whole lot of cloud. It really depends what ceilings these are at. That's the real issue here. I wouldn't want to be at sea, would you? Where's the cloud base? There you go. So 1.5k cloud base is what they're predicting on Wednesday, which is completely unflyable for me. Interesting year, yeah, you're not joking. Even that, look, if you look at that, it's got parts of like 500 feet, which implies low-level fog and stuff. Tuesday afternoon, Monday's just a disaster. Thursday afternoon, it's just a mess. They've announced 10-meter high waves out of west of France. 10 meters. Autumn has come with a vengeance, that's for sure. Second stream today doing Honor and the sim crashes. You're not using the VFR map, are you? The VFR map is crashing the sim, apparently. Hey, Vardonator. I mean, I updated my Visual C++ runtime libraries, and that, as well as repairing the files in Microsoft Flight Sim, my sim went from being very unstable to being stable again. So you could try that. Accidentally pressed V mid-flight, game closed. Oh man. You could map the key to something else for now. Like map it to something that you don't use, like the hash key or something like that. Just go into controls keyboard and change it so you don't press the V key accidentally. Or make it like control V so you have to physically press it. Thank you, Euroshrug. I'll give you an overhead view if you want. That's what it looks like for now, but it will change in, I think November, December I might get my new throttle. You haven't had a single game crash since patch 1. I don't know of a single person that has not had a single crash. I don't know what QA they do, but they do, considering there are bugs coming in and bugs coming back in, they're not doing enough QA, I would suggest. You are the QA, yeah. You suspect they're rushing for Xbox Christmas. I do wonder what's going to happen with that. Like, are they going to release it on the new console or release it on the Xbox One, or are they diverting resources to console right now? Is that what's happening? I don't know. Four flights soon. Does the Xbox require DX12? What, the new one or the Xbox One? Because I don't know about the new one. Don't know, Flight in fact, man, you have to Google. So this outer ring here shows that we're 50 nautical miles. So we want to start descending at about 60, so when this ring gets to about here-ish, we need to jump back in the cockpit and start getting a descent going. We want to get down to 2300, and then we're going to have to sort of vector ourselves in manually. Microsoft Flight Sim even work on the current Xbox generation? I would think not, just from a memory perspective, but who knows? I did not, Gibson. I've not watched it yet. I've had such a busy week. I've not seen that interview. What kind of thing was shown that's of interest? Does Foresight include any way to take notes, like taxi directions? Yeah. So if you go on the bottom there, you've got charts, documents, imagery, flights, devices, and then it used to have Scratchpad, but it's now under the More tab, the Scratchpad at the top. So you click that, and then obviously you take down your taxi routing, which is exactly what I've been doing here. You know, do that, do your sort of, most people do that, and then they basically fill it in. And if you've got an iPad with a pen, you can use a pen as well. But yeah, you've got a scratch pad for that kind of thing. It's all under that More tab. They also give you scratch pads to fill in this way. There's also a flight logbook that you can use, which like logs all your flights, and real pilots use that instead of filling in the pilot's logbook now. I mean, real pilots use this a lot, Ferret, so it is pretty well polished tool. And Boeing, the company Boeing, bought ForeFlight, was it the last year or the year before? So it's owned by Boeing now. Dragon Trucker, 67 months. Stay healthy. Thank you very much. We're all doing okay so far. Simming for the win, thank you, 429. And Van Blue with 25. Spiggy, I have no idea why it thought that your message was a link. I'm genuinely confused about that. Unless you actually posted a link. I can't see it though. Oh, there is. Well, it's been purged for me, so there you go. That's why. That explains it. I think I saw it in my feed, actually, the interview. Well, Cool Tigers, you're not subbed, so you don't have the emotes, so that's just capital letters to the bottom. Oh, the fun of bots. Still needs a bit of tuning. I have to say the clouds are looking a bit better this way than they are back there. Will Sky Vector do for beginners? Sky Vector's still good for what it does. It's good at figuring out routes and stuff. ForeFlight is more, you know, flight tracking and management and logging and looking up airfield data and frequencies. Like, it's more about that. But, you know, in the real world, it can integrate with your ADSB in America. It'll bring in the weather as well. So it'll actually overlay weather and charts on top of what you're flying. So it's pretty good. Hey, Ozzy. Yeah, we're just approaching our descent point soon. I don't know, Larry was talking about that the other day. Talking about trying out the multiplayer in Stormworks 1.0. Ben GT, thank you for gifting us up to Cool Tiger. Welcome back. Wow, that airspace is restricted from the surface to 45,000 feet. Blimey. Special use airspace. Makes you wonder what goes on there, eh? I think there's also a free tool that you can use called Sim Toolkit Pro, which some people use as well. That's got a lot of stuff in it. Yeah, I'm guessing it's like military training. But from surface to 45,000, that's nuts. That's like the combat area or something. It's a flight plan. You only need the basic plan with Microsoft Flight Sim. The thing is to bear in mind though, Hard Days Nights, is that with 4Flight, you buy areas for maps, right? So you need, if you're going to fly in the States, you need the States. I don't have Canada, so when I look at the charts in Canada, it won't show me them. But it will show for the States, and I also bought Europe as well. So do bear that in mind, that when you buy a subscription, you get one area to choose from, and then you can add on different ones. But you don't need anything more than basic for simming. Yeah, one sector is included with the sub, and then you can add another if you want. I can't remember if they do a trial on 4Flight. You might be able to do a 14-day trial. I can't remember. I think they used to do that. I know Sky Demon, which is good in the UK and Europe. Sky Demon has a 7-day trial. Yeah, there is a lot of water. Lol. US, Canada, Europe at 3 locations. Yeah, I think I've got US and Europe. I mean, I just got it with the US originally, and then I added Europe later because I wanted to compare it against Canada, against Sky Demon. Fuzzball gifted a sub to Streamlabs. Lol. Thank you, Fuzzball. You're getting as bad as Whiteland for that. Got 56 nautical there. I'll have to send it a little bit quicker. I think we'll be okay though. I'm pretty certain we will be.
Position altitude. Nearest altimeter, 3023.
Just waiting for Streamlabs to start using emotes. Wait, why is Streamlabs in chat now and not Nutslammer? It's supposed to be Nutslammer. It was Nutslammer earlier. SK, thank you for gifting, sorry, thank you for 2 months in a row to 75 in total. Still good here, good evening. Thank you, sir. I don't get why Nutslammer's gone and Streamlabs is now back in. That doesn't make any sense. It was Streamlabs from the moment the experiments began. It's literally set to Nutslammer. Change shift. They're not supposed to change shift. Like, I'm literally paying for them not to use Streamlabs. I'm paying them money to use Nutslammer. So they better well start using Nutslammer. Rip. Oh, great. Hold on. I just moved my leg and, okay, we're still on autopilot, that's good. Moved my leg and it dropped the controller on the floor and just started spinning the camera around. But we're still descending, that's the main thing. Yeah, I don't know, it says here under CloudBot, look, CloudBot, Prime, use Nutslammer. Normally that says Streamlabs. It's kind of frustrating, to be honest. No, there is no ILS here, Tomb. And when you do choose an ILS, you have to tune the frequency. Tomb, if you have a look, I've not done it on the King Air, but I have done an ILS tutorial in the TBM and the Caravan, I think, on YouTube. You can have a look at that and see how it works. It's pretty similar in this. Streamlab is a 1 month sub and no mods permitted. See, I wonder what happened if I banned Streamlabs. You love the ILS tutorials. Quick question, do you always have to be fully configured for landing when you intercept glide slope, or does it depend on the plane? It's not really plane dependent, it's more a matter of... It's more a matter of what they call standard operations. It's like the sequence of events that you're trained to go through, that you're supposed to go through. Like, nobody mandates it. You can not do that. You can do it a different way. It's up to you. I mean, you could fully configure yourself before you even, you know, when you're 10 miles out, but what's the point? You're going so slowly. That's not what you would do. It doesn't make the ILS work differently, if that's what you mean.